All right, so let's take East Washington, Malvern, and Brethke as an example of what a rest in red without any phase recalls, with phases 2, so inbound, 5, the inbound left turn, and 6, the outbound, not having any dual entry. So what this is going to look like is it's only going to serve those phases as there's demand. And it's going to rest in red, which is kind of the ready position, ready to give anyone a green or anyone a walk just as soon as they arrive. So we got it set up here. Right now, it shows 3 and 4 as red, but I'm looking at the light board. All the phases are red, so they are in fact all red. So again, let's say this signal's resting in red. Let's say someone's heading inbound. Detectors are going to be about 5 seconds back. They run over the detector. Boom, the green pops up. It serves its minimum green time. It can be extended if other vehicles go over the detector, but then it shuts off. And you notice that only that phase came on. So phase 6, which is outbound, never came on. Phase 5, which is the inbound left, never came on. So let's say someone comes up and they want to make a left. So they want to head southbound. They instantly get the green, no other phases come up. And now let's say someone comes by in 2. So 2 comes up. And let's say somebody comes back in 5, pops right back up again. So you can see these phases serve quickly, and then they shut off as soon as no one else is on the approach. And what that helps fight against is drivers approaching on a stale green. So if you had a phase recall on 2 and 6, they would sit green, and drivers on East Washington would be approaching, seeing a green in the distance, and they might get it in their mind that I got to speed to hit that signal, otherwise someone might come by and shut it down and serve the side street. Another thing this really helps with is if we're a standard free operating signal with no phase recalls, we'll sit in green on whatever the last phase that it served. So if the side street was the last phase it served, it'll sit in green until another call comes in. It'll shut that phase off and go to the call that just came in. What that means is there's time, it's got to go through the yellow and the red interval before it goes to the green. So again, resting in red means this signal's ready to go. Let's say you come up and you push the PED button, you instantly get your walk. That D stands for dart or delay. So it delayed the green, so that's your leading PED interval. Now one weird thing that we got to fix is southbound and northbound need to be tied together, because right now it would be showing a northbound green but a southbound red. So that's got to get fixed. But again, the idea is the signal's always ready to go, but it's always showing red. So no driver is going to be approaching on a stale green trying to race and beat the green, and the signal is going to be extremely responsive because it's always ready to go. So the only thing that we would need to do this, that typically isn't always the case, is that means every direction has to have adequate detection, and every PED crossing has to have PED buttons. The problem then is, well, if that's the way you want to operate it late at night, how are you operating it during the day? And are you creating a situation where during the day maybe the mainline PED phases are recalled, but if you come at night it's going to be dark? Is that okay to operate the signal with the expectation that at that point users have to push a PED button, but the rest of the day they don't? Is that trade-off worth it for better late night operations, or hopefully safer late night operations? So that's kind of the logic, the theory behind this. It requires more PED buttons, and it requires maybe some more thought on how do we handle those PED crossings. So one intersection that you can go out today and we'll take a look at this is Gammon and Gammon Place. All times throughout the day, there are no phase recalls, there's no PED recalls, everything has to be actuated. During the middle of the day, there's heavy enough traffic where it's just going to look like a normal intersection. But if you go during the early mornings or late at night or any time where there's slightly less volume out there, you're going to see some kind of different operations. It's perfectly safe, but it's just something that you don't typically see with signal operations. So that's red rest. Again, we are in all red, ready to go. Here comes someone on the left turn. Here comes someone on the through. It's just quick, it's snappy. It gives you the green, shuts right off again, goes back to red, ready to go.